Well, new here at 6 o'clock, it's unfortunately been a year of fear, shutdowns, case counts, and death. It's also been a year of criticism for some public health officials.
Oh yeah, there's even an effort in Nashville right now to strip boards of health of their policy-making power. It would impact bigger counties, including Knox. The proposal passed the House. It now heads to the state Senate.
New here at 6, reporter Blake Stevens getting reaction from Knox County Health Director Dr. Martha Buchanan one-on-one.
After a year of guidelines, mandates, and orders, state lawmakers are debating who should make them during a state of emergency.
If the Board of Health and the positions that I hold were advisory to the county mayor, it would have looked different, I believe. You'd have to ask Mayor Jacobs for more specifics about that. He would maybe have made different decisions than I made.
What do you want to say to the people who, think that makes a lot of sense to them? I didn't vote for them.
They're all entitled to their opinions. I will still stand behind the Board of Health. They're a body of health professionals who care deeply about our community. That's why they serve, and that's why they've continued to serve. And they would continue to support the evidence and the science, tempered with, what's a reasonable recommendation. And that won't change.
In the last year, we watched policy disagreements turn to personal attacks. Dr. Buchanan says it's been a difficult reality at times, but says it's not a new one for public health officials.
People have criticized me, people have criticized the Board of Health, and that's going to happen when you set yourself up in a position of leadership and you make decisions that aren't easy decisions. Not everybody's going to agree with you, and that's okay.
Contentious county commission meetings actually did not come up when I asked about the hardest days of the last year.
And if there's anybody out there who's struggling,
this did.
I encourage you to reach out.
March 27th, when Dr. Buchanan reported 9 suicides in the county within 48 hours.
Stating the facts and providing our community with the information with which to make informed decisions and making evidence-based recommendations is what we do day in and day out. But that doesn't lessen the impact on us as people when something so tragic happens in our community.
The last 365 days could be described as scary, frustrating, and painful, but Buchanan will remember them differently.
Even in the midst of, unbelievable case counts and, having to talk about how many people have died, there are things to be grateful for. And I think if we all as a community and we as a human species can take time to notice those things, we'll just be nicer to each other.
In the days and the years ahead. In Knoxville, Blake Stevens, WATE 6 on your side.
Dr. Buchanan says she's grateful to see so many people in Knox County wearing masks today.
She also says she believes a statewide mask mandate would have kept case numbers from climbing so drastically.
Now you can hear more from Dr. Buchanan Sunday at 12:30 on Tennessee This Week right here on WATE.